Good morning, loves. Welcome back to my channel, Life Adventures in Keto. It's cold out here this morning, and it's starting to mist on me, so my walk is going to have delayed until later. But this is my video for Keto Accountability Group. I hope that all of you are doing well. I have added additional exercises and movement into my daily routine. I hope that you have as well, if that is part of what you wanted to work on. My food was on point. I did lose a pound this last week, but I'm not going to input any weight or pictures until Wednesday, until the wrap up of this group. But today I have something exciting again for you guys. Dan from Specific Personal Training is going to give us some exercises we can do if we are even more immobile or overweight and can't do any of the standard working out quite yet. So I'm really excited about this collaboration with Dan. So I hope you guys enjoyed Friday's video and enjoy today's video as well. So without further ado, here's Dan.
All right there, Michelle, and thank you very much for that kind introduction. So, Keto Accountability Group, I have an awesome high intensity interval fat loss workout for you guys today. Now, I am just going to show you through the exercises and the techniques. I'm not going to do the whole workout because I don't want to eat up all of Michelle's video time. The way how we're going to plan this circuit is 3 minutes of cardio, 2 minutes of a strength-based exercise, and then 1 minute of an abs exercise. So therefore, we're hitting all three major things. We want to get you that flat tummy and that strong midsection, that strong core. We want to get you toned and shaped through the strength training or weight-based exercises. And then again, we've got the cardio to get the heart rate up and get the fat loss going. And Michelle did express that there were a few of you that did have mobility issues. So I have actually taken some of those issues into account and tried to make it either very upper body or something that's actually going to help strengthen the hips and the lower body. There are 4 different rounds to this workout. None of the rounds are the same. None of the exercises are repeated. So let's get into the first round. Now for this first exercise, I am actually going to use a piece of equipment. I'm going to use a TheraBand here. As you can see, I have a circular one. If you just have a straight band, that's fine, just tie it together. And this exercise also works without this band. I'm just using it for an extra bit of resistance, which I do advise if you have them lying around. So for the first exercise we're going to do is band knees apart. So as you can see, I have the resistance band just above the top of my knee. My feet are together, and all I'm going to simply do is open up the knees, pulling the band apart, coming back to the center. One thing that's often recommended by therapists is that actually when you have your feet together, when you open up like a clamshell, if you rotate your ankles as well so your feet point out with the knees. If you do have any like lower back pains or SI hip joint problems or anything, then by all means do take this one a bit slowly to start off with and build up with the pace. So then we're moving into glute bridges for our next exercise. As you can see, I'm in the same position before, as I've got my knees bent, my feet are shoulder width apart. To do this exercise, it's great again for the lower back, the glutes. You'll probably get a nice stretch on the hip flexors as well. So all we're going to simply do is hands by our side. We're going to contract the bum, lifting up. In the top position, you should have a nice tight squeeze on the glutes, and then come back down. You will notice when I'm in the top position that only my shoulders are on the floor. And that shows just how much of a work that my lower back and the glutes are getting in this routine. Now, if you want to, I do normally do this with a pair of dumbbells, but again, if you have no weights at home, this is supposed to be a body weight exercise, you can still do this. And all I simply do is tricep extensions. So I'll have my hands by the side of my head, and as I raise up with the glute raise, I extend at the elbows and lock out the arms. And this is a great way of incorporating your whole body into it. Again, a little bit of extra cardio, a little bit of extra fat burning in there. The third exercise in this round that we're going to do for 1 minute is just the window wipers. So with this exercise, you want your knees and your feet together. Always put your arms out as a bit of stability, like an anchor. And then what we're going to do is bring your knees down all the way as far as your flexibility will allow you, and it's important that you work within your own flexibility. Once you're here, contract all of the obliques, all of these muscles on your ribs, bringing it to the center, and then again we'll go to the other side. Now, if you do want to make this exercise a bit harder, you can put your legs out straight. That's going to create more of a leverage. So you're going to have to really work a lot harder, contracting the obliques. But again, particularly if you have any lower back or SI pains, keep your knees straight, keep your knees bent. Okay, so we have another fun bodyweight cardio exercise for you. This one is the upper body sprint. So what we want to do with this one, get yourself in a nice brace stance, okay? And then for 3 minutes, your knees are gonna stay stable, your legs are gonna stay stable. For 3 minutes, you're just gonna move your arms like you do when you're sprinting. You can get a little bit of body twist in there as well. But just move those arms super fast. Keep it going for 3 whole minutes. This is a great one that's going to get your heart rate up again, especially after you had that little rest from the last round. Now, if you need to take the pressure off your feet, off your hips, off your knees, that's absolutely fine. That's why I have this bench here, because guess what? We can do it sitting down as well. And again, it works exactly the same when you're sitting down. Just feet together, keep those arms moving up and down. I always like to keep an open palm, as it helps you cut through the air faster, helps you move a little bit faster, just like you would if you was taking on Usain Bolt. So the strength exercise is the inverted row. So this is a great workout for your back, especially for those people who aren't able to do pull-ups. And believe me, I cannot do a lot of them either. So what I'm going to do with this one is feet together. I'm going to keep my core embraced nice and tight and pull myself up to the bar. So as you'll see here with this exercise, I'm bending my elbows, contracting my lats, putting myself up towards the bar. Now, if you wanted to make this harder, you could pull a bench in to rest your feet on, and that's going to give you extra gravity to go against. Now, I know most of you folks watching this won't have a squat rack in your garage gym and might not even have a gym membership. So the way around it is this. Now obviously I'm going to use my rack again just for ease, because I'm already here. But if you have like any stairs, any banisters, any railings or anything in your house, that is what you could use for this. So all I'm going to do is, I've got a towel. I'm going to wrap the towel around my rack or around your banister or your stairwell. I'm going to lean back, so I've got all my weight on this, and then I'm just going to row myself in. So again, contracting the lats, pulling myself so that I come right in an upwards position and back down again. So once we've done 2 minutes of that, we are then going to move on to knee raises with a ball. So if you have a medicine ball at your gym, that's great. As you can see here, I am just using a standard basketball. The whole point of this exercise is not just to work the stomach, but again, with any hip or groin problems that we have, lower back problems, we want to try and help that out as well and strengthen that. So what we're going to do with this ball, place it in between our knees, because we're going to keep it here throughout the whole exercise. That's going to require a tight squeeze on our thighs and really work the hips. We want to start off with our legs out straight and keep our feet elevated off the floor throughout the whole movement. Then from here, we're just going to contract the abs, Bring the knees in as far into the chest as we can, and then back out again. Again, take note that my feet never touch the floor throughout the whole of this movement. And I'm always keeping that tight squeeze on the ball to stop it from dropping between my legs. Okay, so for our third round for the cardio, we're going to start off with some shadow boxing. So keep your hands up and keep throwing those jabs and those crosses. Now, if you want to add a little bit of extra resistance to this, you can get those light dumbbells that you had earlier. If you don't have any dumbbells, then again, that's fine. As long as we're moving and we're keeping that body going, we're getting that heart rate up. If you have hip and knee problems and you don't want to be moving around that much, then that's fine. You can just stand still and still get just as good of a workout by throwing all different sorts of combinations. Get those shoulders rotating as well. We are going to hit up some Hindu push-ups. So to start this exercise, we want to be in a downwards dog position. So hands underneath the shoulders or just a little bit wider. We want your butt up in the air, your feet hip width apart. Execute this move. What we are then going to do is dip down towards the floor, rotating the shoulders, push it up into like a cobra position. Back to the start. So down and then back. Again, this is going to work shoulders a lot as well as your chest. It's a nice little variation. And the reason why I chose this, because again, in this position here, in the cobra position, you get a wonderful stretch on your hips and on your abdominals. So then you can push back up into the downwards dog position. And again, if you really struggle with push-ups, although you don't get the same feel in the downwards dog position, you can do this on your knees here. So once again, I'll start back with my butt in the air. I will dip forward, gliding across the floor, but not actually touching the floor, pushing up, feeling that stretch on my hips and my abdominals. And again, you do lose the stretch on your hips a little bit, and then push back. And for our 1 minute ab exercise, we're going to stay on the floor and we are going to do a prone back extension. So this is going to help strengthen the lower back because it's something that a lot of people are missing. Most people that pull their lower back muscles didn't lift anything too heavy, sometimes not even lifting incorrectly. They just lifted with a weak back. So we want to try and strengthen that as well as the abs and get you a flat stomach. So what we're going to do is hands on the floor, head down, just like you're going to take a nap, but please do not fall asleep. And then once we have our head down, what we're going to do is we're going to contract our lower back muscles to lift ourselves up into this position. As so, you'll notice that my hands do come with me as well. And if you want to make this a little bit hard, if you want to take it to the next level up, then raise your feet with it as well. So what you'll see for here from the top camera again is, so I'm lifting up, so my thighs are up off the floor. I've literally just got my hips here on the floor, a bit of my stomach, and then all of my chest is up off the floor as well. We have one last round, that's it. 3 minutes of cardio left, 2 minutes of strength exercise left, and 1 minute of abs left. And the only thing we need for this is our light dumbbells. Cardio exercise that we're going to start off with is a 3-point touch. You want to start with your feet as wide as, again, your flexibility will allow you. We don't want too much of a stretch on the inner thighs right now because we're going to get more of that throughout the exercise. And all we're going to do, push the hips back, bending at the hips, okay? I'm actually going to come down to touch my left toe, back up to the center, and then down to the right side. So again, I'm just hinging at the hips, pushing the hips back, which is going to get a nice stretch on my hamstrings and on my thighs, particularly when I come down, up, and back down again. Left, right. It's working the hips, it's stretching out the hip flexors, but it's minimal movement from the lower body. No real pressure on the knees, no real pressure on the ankles. So for this strength exercise, I'm going to use my bench, but if you don't have a bench, then you can use your coffee table, you can use your couch, you can even use your stairs. What we're going to simply do is some tricep dips. So place your hands on the bench right next to your legs, have your knuckles facing outwards. I'm just going to bring myself forward so my butt is hanging off of the bench. And then all I'm simply going to do is flex at the elbows, dropping down as low as my flexibility will allow me, and then push back up. Now, if you are quite flexible in the upper body, you don't want to come any lower than having your triceps, your upper arm horizontal, and then press back up again. So for the plank side and twist, we want to make sure that our elbow is directly underneath our shoulder. We're going to use all of the obliques on this side here to keep ourselves nice and upright. We're then going to hold the dumbbell, just a light dumbbell or a plate weight, whatever you have, above you. And from here, we're going to come down, put the dumbbell through the hole so our body's twisted, and then again, use the obliques to pop back up into that T-shaped position. Now with this, because we are only doing it for a minute, do make sure that after 30 seconds that you actually swap sides to work both sides equally. So there you go, Keto Accountability Group. I hope you enjoyed this workout. I hope everybody watching this video enjoyed this workout and gets great use and benefits from it. If you did, then please leave Michelle a like in the video, and you can see more of these workout routines from my channel every Wednesday.
Thank you so much, Dan. You guys, please go by Specific Personal Training and see Dan, like he said, every Wednesday. He has great content. Go by and check him out today and just search through all of the things that he has and wait till this Wednesday, as I do, to get additional videos from Dan. I appreciate him doing this for me. It has helped me a lot. I can really tell in that last Friday's video where I'm strengthening my core, and maybe it's liking it, maybe it's not, but you just have to do what's best for you, and move more has always been my message, and so I'm listening to myself at the moment. Keto on and keto strong, guys. Thank you so much for coming back to check me out. Good morning, guys. If you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching a full video to the end. But this is going to be another secret subscriber giveaway. I said when I reached 800 that I would do another giveaway, so I thought I would do another secret one. So if you have made it this far and you want to be entered into this giveaway, this can be in the United States or outside of the United States. I also wanted to say thank you to all my new subscribers and all the loyal subscribers who keep coming back time and time again. So I hope that you comment here. Do comment on my pink hat that I have on in the video. Please do not give it away so others know about the giveaway until they have reached the end. Again, please comment, say something about the pink hat I am wearing. Thanks.